Hello. How is everyone? Oh, we've actually got, what have we got? We've got 16 people watching on X. That's really cool. And we've got 6 people here on the Stonksy Indicator channel. Okay, so this is the Stonksy Indicator YouTube channel. My name's Save with Crypto. I'm from the Save with Crypto YouTube channel. Please do feel free to come over there and like that, and all that kind of good stuff. I do stuff there all the time. Now what I do say that again. Now what I do normally is I guest here on Wednesdays with Dave. Dave is the main Stonksy person here, but he's on holiday, vacation, whatever you call it. This week he's up in Yorkshire, up in the Yorkshire Moors, I believe, and I think he's getting some nice weather at the moment, which is good. So yeah, hopefully he's having a nice time. If you are there, Dave, say hello. That'd be quite good. I can't imagine he'd be watching this stream though. Can you? That'd be a weird thing to do, be on holiday and think like, oh, I'll just tune in. I must admit, I do though. Like, when I was in Spain, I was like a few weeks ago, and I was sitting around the pool in the daytime, and I was thinking, oh, I'll just see what Dave's up to, and I'd get my headphones on and get my phone out and tune into the Stonksy indicator show and see what was happening. And yeah, really good. Anyway, so who have we got here? Let's have a look. So we've got Cyprian here. Oh, Cyprian's great. Cyprian's always here. That's brilliant. And I don't know who else is here, but if you're lurking in the background, or if you're over on X, then do think about coming over to YouTube and saying hello over here as well. And while you're here, do like the stream and make sure you're subscribed and all that good stuff. I do need to share some links, actually. It's part of my routine. So what we're going to be talking about today, as in every day, is the Stonksy indicator, which is something that you can't even see on the screen at the moment, but I will show you in a moment. But this is the link. No, it's not. That's a link to BLOFIN, which is an exchange I'm going to show you today. If you use that link, you get all sorts of really good sign-up bonuses, and I think you also get VIP 1 from the get-go. And I think, believe it or not, it might be might actually be VIP 1 forever. I think they've got a problem as well with where they don't know how to turn it off. So it's a very much an advantage to use that link if you want to trade on BLOFIN. But yeah, the indicator we're going to talk about is Stonksy, which is that there. I think this offer is current, 20% off your first month. I'm pretty sure it is, but I think there's also some offers now for the annual ones. So if you do want to sign up for the annual one, have a look at one of the streams from last week, because definitely in the description there, I think it's got some extra offers there for the annual fees, and I think it was quite generous, as I remember. I keep losing track actually of what's going on, but yeah, anyway, that's the link for Stonksy. Let me just show you Stonksy. So I'm actually looking at the CRO chart here, with a crypto.com chart, and I've also got loads of different indicators, but they're actually these are like free ones you get with TradingView. I'll talk about those in a moment. Let's just hide them for the moment. And I also want to show you the oscillator down here. So this is what Stonksy is, right? Look, this is on the 1 hour time frame. So I'll just show you the components of Stonksy, just for anybody who's not familiar with it. So in the top part here, you've got the main Stonksy indicator. Now what this essentially does is gives you these like red and green backgrounds, and basically they are like, if it's red, the price is probably going to go down. If it's green, the price is probably going to go up. And looking here on CRO, you can see this has been brilliant. If you'd have gone long then on Friday, the 22nd of August, you would have been down at 14 cents, and you could have ridden that all the way up to like nearly 40, actually, 38 cents or whatever. It came down a little bit since then, and then the background went red here, so that was pretty good. That was at 30 cents, and we came down to here, 27. There was a little blip of green there, and then since then it's been going sideways a bit. Now, for those of you over in the who are Stonksy members already, you will be obviously aware that we have the Stonksy Discord, which is a brilliant resource where you can go and you can talk to like-minded people. You can discuss ideas, discuss strategies, and just be part of the club, if you like. And it's a really good place. It's a very friendly place, actually, and people do like to help each other out. And if you want to ask a question over there, and no question is too trivial or stupid. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Actually, maybe there is, but generally, if you've got a question, just ask. Now over there this morning, I did put out maybe just a little video. Is actually to do with a YouTube short I did on my own channel this morning, and it's because what I've noticed that quite often what we do. Well, first of all, let me just tell you two techniques that I think are pretty much killer with Stonksy. The first one is looking at stuff on the 1 hour time frame, right? With this oscillator down here, what you want to be doing is looking for when it's like stuck on the bottom down there on -1. Okay, that means that that the sellers are getting exhausted, and just generally the asset is oversold. And then what you want to see is it to turn like pink, although I think it's called light red actually. It to turn pink and then sort of lift off a bit. So that kind of happened here, didn't it? It was like red there, then it's gone pink now. So when it was red, it was here, and then obviously when it went pink, boom, up it went. Okay, and that was quite an appreciable sort of jump there of about 11%, which is pretty cool, isn't it? So that would have been alone a pretty good sign to go long. Of course, as well, what you can look for is the actual green background, and we didn't have a green background then, but going on the oscillator alone, you could have just gone, okay, well, let's go long, and that would have been pretty good. The other time frame I like to look at is the 6 minute. Okay, now obviously things happen a little bit quicker here, so let's just concentrate on the top chart there. So what a general strategy has been is that when the background is green, let's find an example. Right, when the background is green, actually, is that a good? Yeah, that's a reasonable example. When the background is green, if you see the price come down to this inner boundary here, then normally that's a pretty good sign that the price is going to go back up, right? So here, that was really good, came down and it bounced up, and that was obviously like quite a big jump there. It did happen again later here, just slightly there, but it went up a little bit, and then the background went to black, which is no trade. So that wouldn't have been such a good one there, but this one here, certainly very good. Now, what we noticed the other day is that using this 6 minute technique is that when the actual channel is sloping down quite steeply, what sometimes happens is the price comes down to the lower of the inner boundary, and then it kind of follows it down, right? And then what you're looking for is a reasonable green candle when it pulls away from that inner boundary, and that is normally a pretty good time to go long. Okay, let's just look at the oscillator as well. Now the oscillator wasn't giving much of a clue there, because that was actually heading downwards, so that probably wasn't the best signal ever. But I did put this out in the Discord this morning, and I did go long there, and at the moment I can show you. I was doing it on BLOFIN. There you go. So it's actually this trade here. So it's actually not a big one. It's just it's only like $80 or something like that. But it is 16.45% up since this morning when I posted that in the Discord. So that was pretty good, So, if you'd have done that this morning, if you'd have seen what I did in the Discord, it's not financial advice, of course. It's just I'm showing you that's what I'm doing, And if I see opportunities like that, I will post them in the Discord. So that's another reason to be in the Stonksy membership. So that's pretty cool. And 16.45%. I mean, imagine if you had like $1,000 in there, then you'd be $160 up now, wouldn't you? That's nice, isn't it? So what's it doing now? Well, that's actually, I have actually got Solana trade here as well. That's doing all right actually, but I need to keep an eye on that because that's a lot bigger. That's yeah. So the position size. So that's obviously the amount of margin multiplied by the leverage. So I'm doing the CRO. Well, the CRO one is actually on 10x leverage, which is probably slightly irresponsible. In fact, In fact, I think I'm going to put a stop loss there just in case. You can do that really easily here on BLOFIN. So normally you'd put a stop loss, sort of, I don't know, somewhere where you think the price isn't going to go, but you don't want to lose all your money. So you could put it down there at the start of the trade. Quite often what I do is that when I see it in reasonable profit, I'll move the stop loss into profit so that you can't lose. Although we don't exactly know what's going to happen, do we, when the New York market's open in just over an hour's time? So yeah, not sure really. It's looking quite promising though, isn't it? So yeah, if anyone saw my thing in the Discord this morning and they took this trade, then do let me know in the chat, because it'd be interesting to know. I think for now, actually, I think I'm going to give it a little bit of wiggle room, and I'm going to just put the stop loss down here, because the idea being if it comes lower than that low, then it's probably wasn't to be anyway, was it? So that's probably a good thing to do there. This Solana trade, I need to do something with that as well. I have actually set a little take profit up here just to take 25% off, because I went in a bit larger than I meant to do. Actually, I think with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a partial stop loss about there, at like 210.24. So let me do that. 210. What did I say? 210.24, something like that. So you can do that here. So you can go partial, then you can go 210.2. I've forgotten again what I said, didn't I? Okay. So it's that amount, sorry, that price, and the amount is, let's say, half of it. Okay, so that says there that will make 0.15 Solana if that hits there. So I'm just going to confirm that. So what that will do then, if the price comes down there, that will close half the position, and then I'll have I'll have half the Solana to play with, so that I can do other things with it. Like, I don't know, I might choose to put in another entry down here, or I could always add to the margin to avoid any problems, or I could just add to the margin and lower the leverage, because it is on 10x, which is rather stupid for something like Solana, because Solana can move quite quickly. So 10x is a bit too risky. Normally I'd say, like, have that on like 3 or 4 or something. And the same goes for CRO, really. The thing is with CRO, I am actually quite bullish on the whole thing at the moment. I know that it's like doubled in price in the last week, but I do think that it has a lot more upside potential. But we can talk about that later if you wish. Let me just check the comments to see if anyone's saying anything. Oh, not a lot really, just cousin Vinny saying morning all. Yeah, afternoon actually. Where are you? Where is it still morning? Morning. You must be in the States or somewhere, I reckon. Canada, somewhere over there. Although cousin Vinny doesn't sound particularly American, does it? Anyway, so right, that's what I'm doing over there. So why am I bullish on CRO? Well, yesterday, I don't know if any of you are familiar with crypto.com, but it's actually something that I've been using for many years. I say many years in crypto, which is about 5, isn't it? That's like forever, isn't it? Let me just show you this tab. So crypto.com, I use it because there's like an app, although I don't really use the app for buying or selling crypto, because the prices aren't that good, to be honest. What I do use is I do use their card. So it's this Visa card thing here. And what I got years ago, what I got in 2020 was a rose gold card. And like now you have to actually, to get it, you have to stake like £40,000 worth of CRO, which is ridiculous, isn't it? But what I had to do in those days, I had to stake 100,000 CRO, which at the time cost me. I was living in France at the time, and I think it cost me €6,000 to get 100,000 CRO. And they still let me have that card for that price. So that's pretty cool. Now what they've done as of yesterday, I think yesterday or maybe Monday, is they introduced a thing where a thing called level up. It's this thing here. And it's basically where you go to a different kind of rewards with the card, and with these ones here, like the lower ones, you can stake like £400 worth of CRO, or you could stake £4,000 worth of CRO, or you can pay that subscription there, and then you get like cash back and monthly rewards, and you get various things. You get 3 months of 3 months of Spotify with the red one. With these ones, you get 6 months of whatever, Spotify and Netflix. You also get airport lounge access. Now, with my one, this has been pretty good, but until now, I've only been getting 3% cash back, and now it's 4%, and that happened like as of yesterday, and I'll show you why in a moment. So there's no limit on the monthly rewards, so whatever I spend on it, I get cash back. CRO rewards on travel spending, I don't actually know how that works actually, but anyway. Priority support, that still seems to be an AI thing actually, unfortunately. But I do get, what do I get? Yeah, I get permanent free Spotify and Netflix. Airport lounge access, I get that plus one guest, which is quite good fun actually. If you're going somewhere, it's actually good. I haven't done it yet, but what I really want to do, I want to be at an airport on my own, and then just say to a complete stranger, sort of like say, I've got +1 on my airport lounge. Do you fancy coming for a drink or something, and I think that'd be really funny, like a really fun thing to do, just to pick up a +1. Hopefully a lovely lady, but you can always hope anyway. But I thought that'd be good fun. So what they don't, anyway, let's look at the level up thing. Now this is what happened yesterday. So basically what it means is people like me, I kind of automatically go into this private thing here. So I actually get like 0 trading fees, fairly irrelevant to me because I'm probably not going to trade on there because, as I say, even with 0 fees, the actual prices aren't particularly good, 5% per annum back on cash. That is coming soon. So the idea is this will work like a bank, 4% back in crypto. That's brilliant because that's been 3% for the last few years. So that's great. 2.5% stock transfer bonus. Not quite sure that's going to work. And you get 8.5% on the CRO that you've locked up to get the card anyway. So I think this has made it more attractive. So I think people are going to want CRO, and obviously CRO has been in the news recently because it's part of the Trump thingy, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called, but it's to do with that. So consequently, I am still bullish on CRO. Now, what I would love to see, I would love to see this background here go green on CRO, on Stonksy. So I want to know about this because, to be honest, when it gets near the top of this channel, you kind of know that it might come down a little bit, so it might just bounce around between these two levels. I'm hoping it will go up though. What I want to do though is set an alert to show me when the background changes here. So you can do that easily by going to alert CRO, and I'm going to set that to Stonksy, and I'm going to go that you can just go generic background change. So you can set all these different alerts anyway, but if you want to just set one alert, you can just go generic background change. And what I normally do is actually, if you do it once per bar, then then as soon as it happens, you will get the alert. If you do it once per bar close, it will get it when that candle closes. This is only every 6 minutes, so I think once per bar close will be fine. Then if you want to change the message here, you know, I might just say CRO background change. Okay, and then you can set the notifications however you like. I normally like to notify in the app, and I quite like the steady voices. There you go. I like the girl ones. Yeah. What does that sound like? Can you hear that? Anyway, that's that's the one I like. But I like the that one. That's good. Anyway, so far so good, because that is going up, isn't it? So let's have a look at my trade again. So I will get to the chat in a moment. I'm quite excited about this actually, because I think it's all going pretty well, isn't it? Let's show my tab. Okay, so that one, yeah, so far so good. That's 20% in profit. I mean, it's only $17 because I'm only using $84 of margin. This Solana one's not too bad though. 0.008 Solana. Okay, that's okay. All right, brilliant. Let me just have a quick look at the chat. I always say that, don't I? So we've got some friends here, haven't we? I thought so. Cousin Vinny's in New York. Okay, right. Yeah, so New York. So it's going to be about 8 a.m. I think in the morning. So good morning. Good morning, Cousin Vinny, USA. Sean O'Brien. Wonder where he's from. All right, safe. What time's today's announcement? What announcement? Yeah. We don't know. I'll have to have a look. Space Cat, hello. I really need to learn to say hello in Portuguese, because I know that's where Space Cat is from. Desperados, hi all. RN, lovely leggy lady, you mean? Yeah, really. Well, you know, to be honest, you know, one of everything down the middle, one of each either side. You know, that's good enough for me. You know, Mr. Delta, morning, my little rays of light. Oh, hello, Mr. Delta. Yeah, Mr. Delta. Yeah, he's my mate actually. He's just lost his mum unfortunately, and I know how that hurts. Happened to me in 2015, and even at my age, it was kind of like horrible, you know. And anyway, his mum was ace though; she was really good. Mrs. Delta, no, Mrs. Mum Delta, I think. I think her name was. Yeah. So Sean O'Brien from Manchester. Oh, all right. Okay. I was thinking this Sean O'Brien. There's got to be some Irish in there somewhere. Okay, brilliant. Right. Oh God, wasn't it? My Solana one's gone red. Anyway, let's have a look at Solana. I'm not too worried because I'm still quite confident about Solana. Solana USDT. Actually, I'm actually trading on BLOFIN. I'm actually trading Solana as the coin M, which is like coin margin, I think they call it, which is like what other exchanges sometimes call inverse perpetual, which means I'm using Solana as the actual asset. So so that is this one. If you want to do it totally correctly, Solana USD.P. So Solana USD perpetual swap contract. There you go. Okay, all right. So you can see what's happened there. You know, Solana. I probably shouldn't really. I mean, my entry wasn't very good with Solana. It was just a bit of a FOMO thing this morning. But you see, when it gets up to here, the opposite applies, doesn't it? And you know, the price comes down a little bit. However, if that comes down there and goes there on a green background, I'll be happy with that. So maybe I should set an alert for this as well. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go to. So I'm a bit burpy actually. I've just drank a cup of coffee very quickly. Let's have a slurp of water. I suppose I should put some music on so you can't hear me slurping away. So Stonksy, and then we want generic background challenge. Once per bar close. Message. Solana. Background change. 6 minute. Okay. And I think the notification should be the same as I had before. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. So that's that alert set as well. Okay. So did I look at Solana? No, I didn't, did I? Okay. So Solana, once again, with the 6 minute thing, I mean, this thing here would have been great, wouldn't it? Look at this. Price came down here. Look, it did what I said, didn't it? See, when the channel's going really steeply down and it gets to that lower boundary, it follows it down for a bit, and then when you get a significant candle going back over the border, up it goes. That was really good, wasn't it? That was Tuesday, yesterday, at about 2 o'clock. Okay, let's just see how that looks on the 1 hour. Okay, so where was that then? What did I say? Tuesday, Saturday. Oh, gone back too far. Gone back weeks there, haven't I? What am I doing? So that was, it was about there, wasn't it? Okay, so you can see here what had happened. This is the other technique, if you like. You know, this is like, so you're looking for the oscillator being right down here on the -1, and then it turns pink, and then up you go. So ideally, you could have been long from there. It wouldn't have actually been quite as good as there, but even so, now you would be whatever that is. You would be nicely up, like 6.47%. And if you were slightly risky like me and doing it on 10x leverage, you'd be 60% up, wouldn't you? So yeah, it's looking pretty good. All right, so that's Solana and CRO. So I'm in both of those trades. Let me just have a quick look how they're doing. Okay, well, the CRO one's good. Look, 28% in profit now. That's doing great, isn't it? And then Solana, not quite so good. I'm 1% down. Okay, so not brilliant. Did I put a stop loss in that? I can't remember. I didn't, did I? I think with this one, what I might want to do is this take profit here. This one just takes off 25%. I think I'm just going to move that down to there. And next time it goes up, I'm just going to take a little bit off, just because I want to lower the leverage really on that, and I'm going to need some more margin to do that if I do that. So hopefully we'll see that bounce up. I mean, for these like smaller movements here, you can just go over to Stonksy and then look at it on something like the 5 minute. And generally the thing to do is to sort of find a time frame where it's looking pretty good. One thing I would say actually with this is the actual Solana USD perpetual hasn't been live on BLOFIN for that long, so there's not going to be that much data here. So it's worth looking at something else, you know, just like Solana USD on something that you know has been around for a long time, you know, something like Coinbase. And there you go. You can see there's a green background there. Is that there on the 6 minute? Oh no, it's not. Okay, all right. Okay, so a little bit of it looks like it's gonna wants to change there. I mean, if that's green on the 5 minute and red on the 6, it kind of implies to me it's about to flip over. So I think it's all right. But anyway, so the idea being here is, if you look for what it's done in the past. So, for example, let's put it on the 6 minute. So, for example, on the 6 minute time frame, using that kind of technique we were talking about there before, you would be looking for when it goes into the lower channel. And here, like, even though it was almost the end of the green background, if you'd have caught that then, that would have been down at 207. Then it went up massively after that, didn't it? So that would have been nice. That would have been really nice. This one here, I mean, technically that wasn't on a green background, so that wouldn't have been so good. But I've actually noticed that generally, if it's going fairly flat and it dips into that lower band, it's sometimes worth taking a long. Even that one there worked out, didn't it? This one here, right? There was kind of one there, just about. It was only like a little kiss, wasn't it, of the thing? But even so, it went up a little bit. That's good. Okay. So you get an idea of what it does on this time frame. So at the moment, it's just messing about, really. It's just kind of fannying up and down, isn't it? I think that'll be all right. Anyway, let's just have a look at the comments again. Right. So, Cousin Vinny, if you're referring to the Jolt job openings announcement, it's 1400 UTC. Okay, so that's in the UK. That's going to be 3 p.m., isn't it? So that'll be the end of the stream. So I'll probably stay on till just then, and then we'll have a look at see what happens, and then I'll do something else. So that's cool. Yeah, Jolts. There's actually quite a lot of news this week. And Marios P, good morning. Good morning. And Math. Math's cool. Math, I'm going to be on stream with Math on my own channel later on this afternoon at about 4:30 UK time. So if you want to come over there, that'd be good. And CD Cherry Tree, excellent. CD's brilliant. He's always here. He's great. Okay. Yeah, very, very, very good to have you here. Anyway, just going back to Solana for a second. That does look like it's doing something. Anyway, what I was going to say was, even if you go down to the 1 minute time frame, I mean, obviously it'd be kind of ridiculous to trade little movements like this, but it gives you an idea of like what's going on, doesn't it? Anyway, there's something I mentioned yesterday that I think is worth doing, and that is if you go to your home page of TradingView, I actually think this offer they got on at the moment is really good. This is like up to 70% off this crypto boom sale. This is really good because in the past they've only really had offers like this at Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that kind of thing. And now what they seem to do is they seem to have one at Easter, then they have one at the start of the summer, and then they will have Black Friday, I'm sure of it. And they seem to have this one now. I don't know what kind of, if it's any particular period of time that they're thinking about. It might be, it might be to do with like, September being the month when people sort of get back to trading and sort of, the end of the summer's over and they think, okay, well, kids are back at school, holidays are over, summer is sadly over, maybe it's time to do it, Anyway, I actually think these offers are really good. They are super cheap if you pay annually. So if you were to buy like the essential one, it works out like £10.49 a month. I'm not sure what that is in dollars, but I think it's about $14, $15, something. Probably not even that. So that's what that costs. But the premium isn't that much more, sort of thing. And what I've discovered very recently is you get these watch list alerts, which is amazing. So rather than setting an alert like what I just did for Bitcoin or something, you could actually create a watch list of like all the things you fancy looking at or all the things you fancy trading, and then you can actually set a watch list for, say, like generic background change for like the entire watch list. And I've been playing with this recently, and what I've been doing is setting alerts so that they just monitor things like the 4-hour time frame. And I normally look for sort of some kind of quite extreme condition, and consequently every 4 hours you get like a bunch of alerts, and then there will be some things there and you think, okay, well that's a piece of rubbish, I don't want to trade that. But there will be the odd thing that appeals to you and you actually think, oh, okay, that might be good. And I know one of the guys in my Telegram group, which is called Sober Crypto Club, one of the guys there called the Imagine Project, he's been using this technique to just find cryptos that he wants to long. So basically finding things that are like like ready to pump, and he's doing really well. But the only real way you can do that without setting up like hundreds of alerts, which you can't really do. Well, I suppose you could set 400 alerts there, couldn't you? But say with the essential package, you can only set 20 price alerts. The middle one you can set 100. I think these watch list alerts are really, really powerful. I think that's well worth it for this offer. So do think about it, because it's only on for another 4 days. I imagine they'll probably have the same offer again at Black Friday, but yeah. You've also got the 1 second chart as well, which is quite funny. I can show you that if you like. Let me know if you want to look at the 1 second chart. Let me know in the chat. But yeah, that's really good. Also, news flow. I really like this as well. I only just started looking at this actually, but it shows you all the stuff that's going to happen. It's like a minute ago that happened, whatever that is. Okay. I think there's like a calendar thing as well. There you go, calendar. So this like tells you what's going to happen. So I don't know what that is, red bit year on year. Right, S&P Global PMI for Brazil. Okay. 14:15, Bank of England Government Bailey speech. Okay, I don't know what that will do. And here you go. So, 3 p.m, so 1500. So in the UK, we're GMT +1. That's the same as UTC +1. So you've got, factory orders X transportation, whatever that is. And then you've got JOLTS job openings. Now, this is the one that I believe is the important one. So it says here, in the United States, job openings refer to all positions that are open, not filled, on the last business day of the month. Job openings are part of the Job Openings and Labour Turnover Survey, JOLTS. Oh, that's what it stands for. Okay. The survey collects data from around 16,400 non-farm establishments, including retailers and manufacturers, as well as federal, state, and local government entities in the 50 states and the District of Columbia. The JOLTS assesses the unmet demand for labour in the US labour market and gained attention in 2014 as favourite labour market indicator of Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen. Okay. So anyway, this is cool. So that shows you all that sort of stuff. I'm quite tempted to. Oh, hello. Solana's had a dump. It's bloody typical, isn't it? Hang on. Let me just get to. That's not right. Hang on. Let me get on the right tab. Why has it done that? Right, super charts. Oh, it's not much of a dump, is it? It's just so I'm just looking at it on another computer where I've got like the 1 minute time frame, and it's sort of, you know, quite large. Let's keep an eye on Solana for a minute. I'm just going to ask. Oh, actually, my stop loss hit with that Solana trade. Let me just show you that. Okay, so that partial stop loss did hit then. Okay, so that actually closed half the position, making that. Okay, so I made 0.178 Solana. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. 0.178. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. Or I'm not thinking out loud, I'm just saying to myself, aren't I? Okay, so that means my position's a lot smaller now, which is makes me a lot more comfortable. That's good. And I made a little bit of profit. So would there be a good opportunity to get in a bit lower? Let's have a look here, see if I can improve that position. So I'm going to look at it on the 6 minute time frame. Now, for anybody who was watching yesterday, what we did with Bitcoin that was brilliant was I was talking about the price crossing over this lower boundary here. In actual fact, it went right down to the outer one, and that was actually a really good entry for Bitcoin. So it would be interesting to see if this does anything similar. Right, what I was going to do is I was going to get my my grok lady to tell me about the jobs thing. I seem to have a million notifications on my phone. Hang on a sec. Everything's happened today. Right. So I quite like talking to the grok.
No, I'm not Grok. I'm a different AI assistant.
Yeah, I know.
Here to help.
Okay. Hi there. Can you tell me how the JOLTS job data might affect the markets today?
The JOLTS report, releasing at 10 a.m. Eastern today, September 3rd, 2025, tracks U.S. job openings, hires, and separations, giving a read on labor market health. Economists expect job openings to stay steady at around 7.4 million, slightly down from July's 7.44 million. If the data comes in softer than expected, signaling a cooling labor market, it could boost risk assets like stocks and crypto, as it might push the Fed toward a rate cut, maybe 25 or 50 basis points at their September meeting, making borrowing cheaper. A stronger than expected report, though, could raise inflation fears, nudging the Fed to hold rates steady, which might weigh on equities and Bitcoin, favoring safer assets like bonds. Either way, markets may react sharply given the anticipation, but with U.S. exchanges closed yesterday for Labor Day, trading volume could amplify any moves today. Want me to check X for real-time sentiment on this?
The markets weren't closed yesterday because yesterday was Tuesday. Today's Wednesday.
Oh, you're right. My mistake. Yesterday, Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025, the U.S. markets were open. They were closed on Monday, September 1st, for Labor Day. Thanks for catching that. So, about the JOLTS report today, September 3rd, it's still set to drop at 10 a.m. Eastern. If job openings come in weaker than the expected 7.4 million, it could fuel hopes for a Fed rate cut, potentially lifting stocks and crypto like Bitcoin. A stronger report might dampen those hopes, pushing markets towards safer bets like bonds. Any specific angle you want to explore on this, or how it might hit a particular asset?
What's the general sentiment about how it might affect Bitcoin?
Based on posts on X and recent web info, sentiment's mixed but leans toward optimism if the JOLTS report shows weaker job openings today, September 3rd, 2025. A softer report, job openings below the expected 7.4 million, could signal a cooling labor market, increasing the odds of a Fed rate cut, which many see as a catalyst for Bitcoin, with some predicting a rally toward $120,000 or more by October. Historical trends show weak JOLTS data often precedes Bitcoin gains after a lag, as liquidity flows into risk assets. However, if the report surprises with stronger numbers, there's caution that Bitcoin could dip, maybe to 105,000, as a tighter labor market might delay rate cuts. Volatility is expected either way, with some traders on X bracing for a short-term drop before any rally. Want me to focus on a specific price prediction or dive deeper into trader reactions?
So you're looking at a range between 105 and 120,000, yeah?
Yep, that's the range people are eyeing for Bitcoin today, September 3rd, 2025, $105,000 to $120,000, depending on the JOLTS data. Weak job numbers could push it toward the higher end if rate cut hopes spike, while a strong report might drag it closer to 105. Lots of chatter on X suggests traders are prepped for a swing either way. Want me to pull more specifics on what's driving those price targets?
Can you tell me about Solana, how that might be affected?
Solana could see similar moves to Bitcoin with today's JOLTS report, September 3rd, 2025, since it's also a risk asset sensitive to macro signals. If job openings drop below the expected 7.4 million, signaling a weaker labor market, hopes for a Fed rate cut could drive Sol up, with some analysts on X eyeing a short-term push past $200, maybe even toward $250, given its recent strength at $179. A stronger report showing robust job growth might pressure Sol down, potentially to the $150 to $160 range of Fed shifts to safer assets like bonds. Solana's been outperforming lately with its Album Glow upgrade and ETF buzz boosting sentiment, so a bullish macro trigger could amplify gains more than Bitcoin in percentage terms. Still, volatility's high. On X warn of a possible dip if early profit-taking hits. Want me to check specific trader reactions or zoom in on Solana's tech upgrades?
No, that's fine for now. Actually, could you just tell me the same for CRO, Crypto.com's coin?
For CRO, the Crypto.com coin, today's JOLTS report, September 3rd, 2025, could swing it similarly to Bitcoin and Solana, since it's a risk-on asset. If job openings come in below the expected 7.4 million, hinting at a cooling labor market, it could fuel expectations of a Fed rate cut, potentially pushing CRO's price up, with some projections suggesting it could test 35 to 40 cents from its current 31 cents, especially with Crypto.com's 2025 roadmap hype and ETF interest. A stronger than expected JOLTS report might pressure Sol down to around 26 to 28 cents as investors lean toward safer assets if rate cut heaps fade. X posts show optimism for CRO's ecosystem growth, but there's caution about volatility if the report surprises. Want me to dive deeper into CRO's roadmap or X sentiment?
No, that's fine. Thank you. Yeah, interesting. Okay, it's funny how the sort of AI stuff isn't actually, sometimes it just gets stuff wrong, doesn't it? Like saying the markets were shut yesterday. It's just completely wrong. So, do fact check anything you pull from AI. I'll tell you what, I got an invite yesterday for Perplexity Comet, which is something I'd seen Wizard of Alt using, and it's brilliant. It's really good. I've used it to delete about 6,000 of my emails that I've never read or I just don't care about, like promotional stuff and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I got it to go through my Gmail account, sort of deleting all that sort of stuff. I've got it to create like rules for dealing with that kind of stuff in the future. I got it to look at my YouTube channel where I've got like about 1,500 videos, and I said, can you create better playlists for this and give them descriptions? And it went ahead and did that. It's really good, actually. So yeah, if you can get on the waiting list for Perplexity Comet, have a look at it because it's phenomenal. It's it's really good. Anyway, let's have a look. That's what's going on. What have I got on the chart there? That is Solana, isn't it? Yes. That's gone down a little bit further than I expected, actually. Okay. Let's see if that crosses into that area there. If it does that, I might consider changing my long position a little bit. Maybe, not sure. I'm still in profit with the CRO. I'm tempted just to take profit with that, but I won't, because it's a bit of entertainment, I suppose, while it's here. Actually, it's a bit of fun to look at, I suppose, isn't it? While we're on the stream, 25% up. See, like, imagine that was, imagine I'd done it with $1,000. That would be 250 now, wouldn't it? Be nice, wouldn't it? I probably would close it if I'd done that. Or would I? I don't know. What would you do? What would you do if you'd put $1,000 on that and you were 25% up now? Would you close it and just take the 250? In reality, I always think it's worth doing that, because then you've got more to play with in the future, haven't you? Let me just have a look again at the CRO chart. And I'm going to put that back on BLOFIN as well. Where's it gone? There it is. So why is not? Oh, it's that one, isn't it? No, it's not. BLOFIN. Oh, that's it, isn't it? Oh, of course it is, yeah. Right. Sorry, I had a slight brain fart then. Not sure what's going on. So that's still doing all right, isn't it? Okay. Maybe I'll leave that for a bit. I did set that stop loss, didn't I? Sorry, I just, by the way, I was just looking at that, by the way. Let me just check that stop loss is where I want it to be. Right. So I'm just about remembering to swap between the tabs, aren't I? So this is what I was saying. I was saying that, if you were, actually it's getting better now. If you were 27% in profit, would and you'd done it with $1,000, would you take the 270 now? It's tricky, isn't it? Because like, if I'd have done that like 2 minutes ago, it would have been 250 you'd take, and now it'd be 270. I think the thing to do is just I don't know. See, my temptation is I always keep moving the stop loss up a little bit. I think I'll just move it up a little bit. Why is that not moving? Oh, there's stop loss is down there, isn't it? Right, I'm definitely going to move that stop loss into profit, though. I think that's probably a sensible thing to do. I'm not sure what this moving average is there. What have I done there? It's that one, isn't it? I don't normally play with these much on the actual exchange. So that is what is it? That is a 60 SMA. Now, what's the one that people always look at? Is it the 50? 50? Can't think now. I mean, the ones I like are the what do you call it? The slowest one is the 55 EMA. That's the one I like. How does that look? Oh, pretty similar, actually. See, that's interesting, isn't it? Sort of on its way up, it just comes back to this and then goes up again, doesn't it? So let's just have a look at how that went up before. Yeah, so you see when that breaks that one, it goes down, doesn't it? So maybe I could actually put my stop loss up to there. That'd be all right. No, it's too close. Sorry about this. This is why I don't like doing trading live, is because my weird thoughts are going on in my head, and I'm thinking like, should I do that or should I not? And anyway. That's what we all say. Right. All right, a few good mornings there. RN, I'd like to follow you. Take 1,000 to 10,000. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I suppose I could do that. Yeah. Might be the sort of thing I do on my own channel, maybe. That might be a good thing to do. Or I could actually do it. I could do it on this channel. Then you see me pop in every Wednesday. When it's normally Dave doing it. But yeah, I can do that. That'd be good. I've done it before, so it's not that hard to 10x your money. It generally takes like 3 or 4 months, but it's doable. So CD Cherry Treat, just dropping in for a bit while I can. Glad to see you here. It's always good to see you, mate. Really good. Nick K. Nick's always here. It's great. Can you pay with crypto? I've forgotten what we're talking about now. What for TradingView? I'm not sure if you can, actually. I don't think you can. Oh, Mr. Delta saying, I don't think so. Cousin Vinny, click the little flag on your chart timeline. Oh, what, for the news? Yeah. Why is Save talking to my girlfriend? I know is it me, or has she got a little bit more sexy, the grok lady? She's like, she sounds a little bit, don't know, a little bit kind of husky and sort of, a bit like that. Where's the vault? Hello, mate. Oh, that was, I don't know if anyone saw Where's the Vault's live stream this morning with Stu. That was really good. That was a good little chat. I enjoyed that. I actually really enjoy your little chats you have with people. It's really cool. It's great. Macro maps feature is nice. Is that on TradingView, you mean? Oh, yes, I think it is, isn't it? I'll have a look. Mr. Delta, Space Cat. Okay. Oh, not sure what you're talking about. Hi, in the UK, can you get a bit card to use in the UK with a Palo ID? Oh, you could, and I did. However, unfortunately, I think now is Bybit stopped that they stopped you being able to do KYC with the Palo ID. I actually did it, and then to get the card, I had to give an address, and what I did, I just gave the address of a random hotel in Palau. I thought, well, that'll be okay because it's only going to be a virtual card anyway, and it worked. so I hope Bybit aren't watching this and realize who I am, but that seemed to work. So I've actually got one that I can use in the UK. At least for now, I have anyway. So unfortunately, with the Palo ID, I don't believe you can anymore. I think your best options are, what are they? There's a few options really to get a card. BitGet have a card, but I'm not sure that's available to everyone. You might have to be like VIP something to get that. I mean, I use my crypto.com card. There's also Uphold that is a possibility as well. Yeah, if there's any more, I think that cast one. I think if you look in the crypto saving expert thing, you'll see. I think Spud has got a link for cast, which I've not used, but that seems to work. But so what do you want to do, PK? Do you want to? I presume you want to just sort of make some money with trading and then go down Tesco and do your shopping with it, which is what I like doing. So yeah, I don't know the best option for that at the moment. There are various options, but unfortunately, I think Bybit is going to be a problem there. I actually think there ought to be more exchange cards like that, because I actually love the idea of just having a card linked to your exchange. And I do that with Bybit. I must admit, I don't want to rub it in, but it is really cool. Like for example, what did I do when Ethereum went really high? I did something really boring, like I paid my gas bill or something like that. No, I taxed my car, didn't I? That's what it was. I actually paid the DVLA tax for my car with Ethereum, essentially. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, if I find anything like that, I will let you know, because it is one of my favorite kind of subjects, that kind of, payment solutions with crypto. Just because at the end of the day, you don't want to spend the stuff, don't you? And I did things like when Bitcoin got to 105 something last year, just before Christmas, I paid my Virgin Media bill, my internet provider. I actually paid it for like a year in advance with Bitcoin, which was pretty cool. So I don't have to worry about that until like November, I think. So that's good. It looks like this trade's getting better now. Let's just have a little look. Oh, there you go. So the CRO one, look at that. 30% in profit now. Not bad, not bad. And the Solana one is also in profit as well. Yeah, I think I'm probably not going to sort of add stuff to it until New York Open. See what it does then. I've got a feeling it's going to go up, though. Let's just have a look. So we've still not got the background change on CRO, have we? I think once that goes green, I think we're going to be good. Or even if you get a green background on the 1 hour. And I'm saying that mainly because we've got this kind of like thing going from red to pink there on the oscillator. This there. That's always a good sign. Yeah, nice. Let me put a bit of put the old Dave music on. No, it's not called that. Media assets, blah blah, and daydreaming. That's what it's called. There you go. Sound like Dave, don't I? Now we'll have to go with superb. And hello. He doesn't sound like that, does he? Oh, that's way too loud, isn't it? All right. Let's put it down to 17. That'll do. Right. And Scotty Charisma, excellent. Hi all. Hello, Scotty. Brilliant. So actually, viewership's not bad today, actually. So on X, we've actually got 60 people watching the stream, which is fantastic. I can never understand why nobody on X actually ever comments. I think it's because actually they might comment, but I don't see it. What I do see is if people actually use the chat feature in the X space, if they is it X space or X video? I don't know where it is, but if they do the chat there, then I do see it in my list on the software that I use to create the stream. So that's pretty cool. But yeah. So if you are over on X, then you do consider coming over to YouTube and giving the video a like. So that'd be really good. Mr. Delta, he's not Indian. No, he's not. He's not even a proper Scouser, is he? He's from up that way, but he's superb. No, superb. Superb. Chicken. No, he's not quite like that. Sex cat. So a sex cat, space cat. That's amazing sex music, to be honest. Sex music, yeah. Okay. I'm not a fan of music when you're doing that stuff, actually, because I always lose my concentration. I'm actually rubbish with like background music, because I always think music doesn't need to be in the background. That's not what music's all about. Music's to be listened to and not to be ignored, if you like. But there again, that bit of music isn't really very good, is it? I know, it's all right. Do, 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 do. And that's all it goes, isn't it? Anyway, so Scotty saying, we open up or down? Will be typical dump on open. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do the thingy. I can't do a poll because I haven't got access to the YouTube studio, so I can't do a poll. But if you want to spam the chat right now with up or down, I'd love to know what the general sentiment is. My thinking is, I don't know. Let's go and have a look. I've not even looked at Bitcoin today, have I? No idea what it's doing. Right, let's turn off start. I don't think much. I'm in a couple of little Bitcoin trades, but they're really tiny ones. They're both long. So yeah, let's not forget that we've still got that CME gap, haven't we, from not last weekend but the weekend before, and it needs to get, that was my estimate there, 117.427, something like that. That's kind of what we need to go up to. Now, what I've been playing with since I've had the the TradingView Premium is these like technical pattern things. So you can get it to sort of show double bottoms like that. And it draws these in automatically. So that's a double bottom there. Okay. This is on the 1 hour time frame. Would you have seen that as a double bottom? I don't know really. I suppose it is, isn't it? I mean, technically, double bottom. You know, what I'd normally think is that the price comes down like that, and then does a double bottom, and then goes back up. That's what I think of as a. That's what I think of as a double bottom. But this one here, it's like, I don't know. It's not brilliant, is it? Anyway. But if that happens, that's got a target of 112.547. That sounds pretty nice. I'd like that. What else have I got? A falling wedge. Okay, so that's drawn that falling wedge there. So if that was a falling wedge, I suppose that's quite good actually, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. That's a falling wedge, and that gives a target of 121. That would be nice. That would be really nice. What else? Let me just turn these off. Head and shoulders, not any of those. Inverted head and shoulders. Oh, is that thinking about it? No, got some rising wedges there. Pretty good actually, aren't they? Because like that one there had a target there, which it met. This one here had a target of there, which it did actually meet there. So that's quite good, isn't it? I mean, it didn't meet it then, but it met it then. So it didn't do it on Saturday. It did it on Monday. That's pretty cool. That rising, then you got bullish pennants. Nothing to see there. I mean, there's actually millions of these in the TradingView thing. That one's not so fun, is it? So this one here, this was a bearish pennant. So that one would have had a target down here, like 102. That would have scared the crap out of a few people, wouldn't it? But, you know, I don't know. That to me is a sort of pattern that doesn't play out, because in a way that was either going to go that way or that way. You know, the likelihood going downwards, but it kind of went down, faked out, went back up, and then just drifted sideways and then casually up. That's not really, you know, to me that didn't mean anything. In fact, which one was that? That was a bearish flag. No, bearish pennant, wasn't it? See, I'd be tempted to say, you know, I don't want to use that one. So, yeah. Anyway, that's another thing you can get with. I think that's only with the premium one. So, if you go to indicators and go to technicals, and then go to patterns, it's all these ones here. I did start favoriting a load of things, but I kind of wish I hadn't really, because now when I go to my favorites, I can't really find all the ones that I like, you know. So I might just unfavorite those. So you got all these different ones. Anyway, they're there if you're a pattern person, so that's cool. That's better. So my favourites are a bit better organised now. That's good. If you haven't got premium, this one's quite good as well. The adaptive candlestick pattern recognition, that does like a similar kind of thing. And you've got all these kind of like different things you can do here. There's millions of them. Yeah, I'm not going to put that on because that's a bit overwhelming, that one. So Bitcoin, yeah, it's looking good. However, I'm really tempted to just jump into some trades, but I'm not. I'm just going to keep with the ones I've got now on BLOFIN, which I'm just going to check. So yeah, I kind of wish the Solana one was a bit bigger actually now. Wish I hadn't taken profit. Maybe what? Oh, I don't know. No, I'm gonna leave it for the time being. Okay. Anyway, if any of you lot are if any of you lot are in any trades, then please do let me know. Right. So we got some things here. Right, Mr. Delta up. You're very optimistic, mate, and well, I think you might be right actually. I would bet up. What I'd probably say is up by 3 o'clock, and then we'll see what the jolts job thing does. It'll probably just do a whipsaw thing there and liquidate everybody on both sides. Space Cat down. Oh no. Okay. Is that because you're short? Or you want to? Well, I always think people who are saying down, which is quite often me actually. You know, it's not because necessarily you want to short. It's because you want to snag like a really good long. You know, so that's fair enough. Nick is up. Okay, so it's a bit of a mixture really. Scotty's saying gold at another. Is it really? Okay, I'm going to have a look at that. The futures look neutral. Where Mr. Delta in? What are you in? What are you in? Scotty Charisma. I've got a lovely double bottom. Currently retesting the neckline support. Okay, let's write that down. We'll have a look at that. So I'm writing all this on the back of an envelope, and it's got loads of stuff written on it. I should really get a clean piece of paper or something. Yeah, Mr. Delta, what are you in? Scotty, long on Sol, Arb, Sui, and ETH. Okay, let's have it. Gonna have a look at those. Long Arb, Sol, Sui, and ETH. Right. Let's have a look. I'll be trimming it. Where's Stonksy gone? Okay. I'm not sure what I can see there. I suppose there was kind of support level there, wasn't there? All right. Okay, cool. So right, so that has actually just gone green with Stonksy on the 6 minute. And we did get just a little kiss of the lower channel there, in the inner channel rather, and also back here. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Okay, so yeah, well done. Well done for being in Arbitrum. Solana, we've looked at Sui. Sui's looking... That's looking all right, isn't it? You see, this is the other thing here on the 6 minute time frame is when you get the green background, you get this green confirmation triangle here, and that's normally a pretty good sign. Although when that happens, it normally goes up a reasonable amount. I've noticed that overall, it just signifies the fact that it's probably going to have a bit of a trend upwards for a while, actually, which is where you are there with Sui, isn't it? So that's good. Let's check that on the 1 hour. Yeah, so the 1 hour it went sort of red there, not quite down to the -1, then it went pink, then it's been going up since. Yeah, Sui looks good, I would say. And Ethereum. Yeah, actually Ethereum came back quite a bit, didn't it? Okay, well that didn't go down to the -1 here, but has gone from red to pink on the oscillator, so that's good. And on the 6 minute, yeah, there you go, 6 minute. Oh, look at that. So what's that there? That drew there. That drew a head and shoulders there. The target up there, which I don't know. It's only the 6 minute. You can't really take that seriously, can you? I'm intrigued actually. Let me just put a few of these things back on again. Keep putting them on until something appears. Oh, what's that? So it's quite good fun, isn't it? Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Falling wedge there. Giving a target up there. It didn't though, did it? You know what I mean? It didn't sort of go out like that. It just sort of came out of the falling wedge and then just drifted sideways. Yeah, I don't know. Patterns are funny things, aren't they? I mean, I quite like having this thing where it draws them for you, because it sort of takes away all the, well, because like normally I think you can just look at a chart and you can see what you want in it. It's like looking at clouds and seeing faces or people dancing. You can look at clouds and you can always see that, can't you? I like things like double bottoms. I think double bottoms are good. See, what was that there? Bullish pennant. Okay. That would have been good, wouldn't it? If that had got to that target there of like 5468. but it didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I'll leave that on for the minute. Nice. And what else are people trading? Ooh, let me have a look. So, Scotty, you look at daily on ARB. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Scotty, anyone else getting error message on BLOFIN when you refresh the page? I don't know. Let's have a look. So that's BLOFIN. If I refresh the page, seems all right to me. Yeah, can't see a problem there. Don't know what that is. Jalapeno, good morning. Good morning. Where are you? I always thought you were up north somewhere. Oh, Scotty, by clicking on the copy trade. Okay. Oh, it's a long time since I've been there. Let's have a look. So, BLOFIN copy trading. What you're looking at? Leaderboard, isn't it? Give that a refresh. That seems all right. All traders. No, that all seems all right to me. I can't really see a problem there. What are you trying to do there, Scotty? Yeah, yours is fine. Yeah, but it seems to be. I keep getting error message. What browser are you using? Oh, actually, we're only 2 minutes away from New York Open, so need to get myself organised. So, what should we look at? Should we look at the? Well, obviously Bitcoin. Let's just move all that out of the way. Look at Bitcoin. Should we put on? Let's have. Where's that gone? Okay. And that's this one here. Let's put SPX, isn't it? Actually, no, let's put what should we put on? Let's put on Solana, because Solana's doing funny things actually. I mean, Solana's doing that thing where it looks to me like it wants to do something, because it keeps like just going up and down fairly quickly, like as if it's got something up its sleeve, Right, so we've got that there. Right, so I haven't got a real bell. I need to get one, don't I? And maybe let's just have that without the oscillator. Ooh. Okay, right. Ding, 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 ding. All right, so market is open. And just as that happened, I got a thing saying CRO background change. So I'm going to have a look at that. And of course, I've Turned off Stonksy. Right, brilliant. Look, so we've got a green background there on CRO. That's really good. That's really good news, that is. That's CRO on the 6 minute. Nice. Let's have a look at my trade. Where was I? It's lovely, isn't it, when you got a couple of trades open and they're both green, even if it's only like a little bit. It's nice. So look at that, 38%, doing really well. I'm really pleased about this because I had the idea this morning at about 7 o'clock this morning when I woke up, and I thought, okay, CRO is looking fairly tasty, and I sent the thumbnail idea off to the thumbnail designer bloke. I thought like it'd be good to do like a CRO one, and then I can talk about it on stream. And I was thinking, what do I do if it dumps like mad in in the meantime? And it didn't. It stayed up, hasn't it? So 38% in profit. That's pretty cool. Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm going to push that stop loss up a little bit, just in case it poops the bed. I've actually got another trade open as well, but I can't show you it because it's on it's loaded up on a different browser that won't work with StreamYard. That is also a CRO one, which is now 26% in profit, $280. Brilliant. Right. Actually, could I show you that? No, I could, but I won't. So yeah, I'm actually trading CRO on another exchange with a larger amount, and I'm just going to set a stop loss. So I'm just talking amongst yourselves. I'm just doing this, setting that, putting a stop loss in profit, and yeah, that's brilliant. Oh, that's quite exciting. Right. Oh, look at that. Wonderful, wonderful. So now got the 6 minute thing there. I'm going to turn these patterns off actually. It'd be good if I could do it all like one click, wouldn't it? Well, I could turn all the patterns off, but I want Stonksy to be on, don't I? I mean, to be honest, it's just like a bit of a new toy, really, because I've got the premium thing, the TradeView Premium. And where's my Stonksy gone? Stonksy, there you go. So we still got this, still not green on the 1 hour. How's it going on the 6 minute? 6 minute not green either. Okay, come on Bitcoin, do what CRO's doing. That'd be nice. Right, let's have a little look. So Scotty's saying, oh, it's back, thanks. Okay, right, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I will say a lot of these exchanges, they are very heavy on your browser. Sometimes, you just need to close down your browser and open it again, and that often does the trick. Space Cat, yes, there is some problems again. Oh, okay. I mean, maybe they got different data centers and stuff where it comes from, and mine is okay. Whereabouts are you, Scott? What part of the world are you in? Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Okay, yeah, indeed, I did ding-a-ling. Also, we're not so, yeah. I mean, the chart. I know it's quite funny. Sort of people get quite upset when you say graph rather than chart. They are different. I can't remember what the difference is, but they are different. Right, I'm good with that. I want to have a look at Solana. Boom. Okay. You see, Solana to me is, I think it's gonna do something, isn't it? It's got to. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Should I play with these charts, with these patterns? That was a double bottom back in April. This is a falling wedge one. Let's see what that does. Yeah, they're actually better on the on like the bigger time frames, like a daily, aren't they? Yeah. I want to see one that's relevant for like now. This one's head and shoulders. Nothing. Inverted head and shoulders. No. Rising wedge. Right, okay. No, that's what I was kind of expecting it to do, is something like that, because, you know, the price has been going up, so at some point you think, well, you know, it could drop down, couldn't it? But just like it did then, although it didn't go down as far as it could have done. But if we broke above that level there, like 219, 220, that could go up a long way. That could go up to, you know, levels it's been at before. So that's quite a good possibility. Oh, that was a good bullish pennant. That was. Look at that. That kind of did what it's supposed to do, wouldn't it? Did that, and then actually it did reach the target last weekend. Yeah, that's quite good. Oh, quite good fun, I must admit. All right, no bullish flags. Any bearish flags? No. All right. Excellent to know. I kind of feel like I wish I hadn't taken profit on my Solana trade, but you know, what can you do? I'm still in the game, and yeah, it's too late to chase the candle now. You know, I don't ever chase green candles. You know, if you see big green candles, just, you know, don't chase them with a long, because it always ends in tears. If I see a bit of a pullback, I suppose what I could do is look at this here on the 6 minute here, and then if I see a pullback, like say what it did here, you know, I could possibly add to the position if it was nicely in profit already. You know, the temptation is with trading is like, if you've got spare capital, the temptation is always to sort of think, okay, well, I've got you know, and you think, well, I've still got like 20 Solana to play with there, you know, and this trade's only got like 6 Solana in it. So I could like add to that and make more money. But, you know, by doing that, you'd move up your entry, and then, you know, it would be rubbish, because at the moment it's only 5.62% in profit. So I'd only really consider doing that if that was, you know, something like 20% in profit. So you could like add on a pullback and then still keep your profit to like, you know, something like 10%. So at least you've got like a little bit of wiggle room between your entry and wherever the price is going, you know. So there you go. That's what I think anyway. Okay, so Scotty, you're in the UK. I forgot why I asked that now. Oh yeah, no, I was talking about the data centers and whatever. Yeah, okay. I don't know really. Might be just one of those things. Scotty saying Trump Brothers backed Bitcoin mining company American Bitcoin is set to list on NASDAQ. Okay. Is that what it's called, American Bitcoin? Interesting. Scotty, you're long on sold from 190. Well done, mate. That's fantastic. That's way better than I am. That's really good. Fantastic. Well done. Okay. Look, I'm actually going to have to pop to the toilet a minute. Sound like Dave, don't I? He's always nipping off to the loo. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find an appropriate banner. I don't know. Oh look, I'm just gonna make one. No, not that one. No, not that one. Right. I'm gonna write. Go into the toilet. Back in 3 minutes. That's plenty of time, isn't it? I reckon. Right. I'll be back in a minute. There you go. That was faster than 3 minutes, wasn't it? Right. I am back. Right. Solana came back a little bit. God, it is tempting to add a little bit in though, isn't it? So tempting. maybe a little bit. Just a little bit there. Shall I set an order there? 211.36. I shouldn't really. It's like a stupid thing to do. Just like, I don't know, that much. That's too much, isn't it? I'll tell you what, I'll do it right, and then you can see how annoying it is, because like at the moment, you know, you can see 7.5% in profit, half a Solana. Let's see what happens if that fails. Meanwhile, the CRO trade, boom, boom. Look at that, 47%. So, like I was saying earlier on, if you had $1,000 and you decided to take my non-financial advice in the Discord in Stonksy this morning, you'd have $470, wouldn't you? So that's good. And Solana is going off, isn't it? Oh dear, I've got FOMO, but I shouldn't panic because I am in the trade already. It's just I'm not in as big as I wanted to be. How's everything else doing? Okay, so that's Solana. It's doing great. Really good. What else have we got? Oh, it's all looking a bit green, isn't it? Let me just change to my watch list. Yeah, of course, EGLD is it's doing a little bit. I've still got this stuff. I couldn't bring myself to sell it because I've had it for so long, but I think I'm going to sell it and just get rid of the bloody stuff. That's look at that. That's Weeks token that I was talking about the other day, saying that'll probably be good. Chippy is doing all right as well. Tau, that's good. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let me just turn Stonksy off for a moment so I can see what we're doing. Just have a look at Chippy again. Oh, Chippy's actually down a reasonable amount. Actually, I might talk about Chippy on the show tomorrow, because obviously we've got Free Chippy Friday coming up on Friday, so it might be quite a good thing to talk about. Tomorrow I've got Dean on, by the way. Sorry, Dean is also known as SMFC. He's the programmer guy for the Stonksy bot. So that'll be cool. He'll be a special guest tomorrow. ETH BTC is doing nothing special. Solana BTC is up, isn't it? What's that? OP, whatever that is. Ethereum's bouncing back. DOT is just meandering around. Everything's pretty similar, isn't it? Everything's up a little bit, isn't it? BGB, a BitGets token, that's been doing well actually. If you look at the actual BGB USDT thing, I mean, this stuff, I was buying this when it was like 20 or 30 cents, and then I sold it when it was $8. And it's going back up there now, isn't it? It's at like $5 now. I've got some of that. I haven't got as much as I used to have. XRP, nobody cares about apart from Mr. Delta. Yeah, it's just crap, isn't it? Link. Yeah, Link's doing well, isn't it? Say, I did buy some Say a little while ago, and then it went up in value, and I just sold it and couldn't be asked to keep it, to be honest. And then you see CRO. You see, it's got You know, could that go back up there? Maybe double top and come down again? I do think it will get to $1. I really do. Whether I can keep my little $80 trade open until then, I don't know. Probably not, to be honest. It'd be good fun though, wouldn't it? Pump.fun, and that's one that TMG's been trading quite a bit recently, which is doing really well. And then just have a look at the Mag 7. So Microsoft not doing much particularly. Meta not doing much particularly. Google's doing well, isn't it? That's brilliant. Nice. Apple, yeah, it's getting ready for iPhone season, I think, isn't it? Tesla. I think Tesla's one of those things where like you could literally buy it one day, sell it the next, and just keep doing that all day long. I mean, you could probably do that with Stonksy, couldn't you? Could you do that on the daily? I'm going to get rid of these things because they're just distracting me. There's just too many of them. That's a mess, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, yeah, Tesla, you could just buy it, sell it, buy it, sell it. You could do that with Stonksy, couldn't you? You could just actually literally just buy it on a green background on the daily, wait until it's pumped. I don't know. That's 1,000%. That's not going to happen every day, is it? Yeah, they're like long periods of time, though, aren't they? So yeah, maybe not on the daily. 4 hourly, maybe. Nah, I think you'd have to do it on the 1 hour, really, wouldn't you? It's just such a weird stock, though, isn't it? It's sort of like, it's just like, yeah, it goes up and down, like with just, Elon just saying one sentence, or Trump saying something good or bad about Tesla, and then the price will just go up and down. But yeah, this is all right though. Sort of like, so yeah, Tesla on the 1 hour Stonksy, not bad. Amazon not doing much particularly. Nvidia's I know Wisdevolt's short on Nvidia, isn't he? So he's expecting that to dump at some point. And then what else we got here? I want to look at AMD. See, I bought some AMD at 167. I'll tell you what else I bought. I bought some Aero yesterday. No, I bought it this morning actually, which I'm going to add to here, just because of what Wisdevolt was saying yesterday. And I'm going to add that to my watch list. And yeah, I bought it at I think it was 20. Not sure actually. Let me have a look. Just have a look on my phone, see what I bought it at. Can't remember now. So I bought it at 20.91. It's at 20.48 now. This could be a bargain. Not financial advice, but this could be a bargain. I think that has the potential to go up quite a lot. And I believe it's a fairly new stock as well. So yeah, might be an interesting one, that. What else we got? Yeah, so no massive moves at the moment, really, is there? Weeks token, probably best of all. Chippy. Yeah, Chippy's actually 3.67% up on the, I think that's the 24 hours, isn't it? That's good. Ethereum, pretty good. And as I say, CRO is still doing good. Great. I wish this trade was bigger, you know. I mean, I've got a bigger trade, but it'd be great to show you a nice big number here, wouldn't it? You know, I should have like started off with 10 times the amount, really, shouldn't I? And then that'd be quite impressive to sort of show you like $380 the profit. That'd have been quite nice, but that's all right. And the Solana one, about half a Solana in profit. It's not a lot, is it? About $100. Okay, it's not too bad. So what we got going here? Right, ETH breaking out of descending wedge. Oh, let's have a look at that in a moment. ARB pumping, go, go, go. Well done, brilliant. WLFI. Oh yeah, let's have a look at that. That's right. So I'm going to look at WLFI, and what was the other thing? ETH. Okay. I was going to go into an ETH trade this morning, actually, but I don't really like being in too many trades if I'm doing a live stream, because I know that I'll get distracted and I'll probably just, you know, disappear off into a corner fiddling with my trade and forget to talk to you a lot. And yeah, it wouldn't be brilliant. Oh, okay. So you look at this falling wedge here, are you? Yeah, I can see that. Oh, look. I know. I thought that would just gone green. That's been green already, hasn't it? Yeah, it'd be nice to see Ethereum finally get above 5,000, wouldn't it? That'd be really nice. I'd like to see that. And let's have a look at ARB again. Yeah, it's definitely going up. Yeah, that's a nice little candle there, isn't it? That's good. All right, WLFI. Oh God, I don't know about this. You know, I think the issue with this is the fact that a lot of people were able to buy it before it was listed. So, you know, as soon as it goes up, or as soon as it went up, then, you know, they're going to sell it, aren't they? So I think Stonksy is fairly meaningless to that, because it's just got no history. So yeah, when was that? That was Sunday, wasn't it? Sunday, Monday. I suppose if you wanted to get it, you know, now is probably the time, isn't it? now that everyone who bought it, pre-sale, obviously sold off when it came out, and then those who didn't get around to do it probably sold then, or those who bought down here sold then. So it's probably time to get some if you want some. I don't, but you could do that. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. So let's have a quick look. What's happening with Bitcoin? Bitcoin is doing nothing much. So we've got the data for jolts. I would have thought that would have it there, wouldn't it? Not sure why it hasn't. Let's see if I can find it with the news thing. Not there. Right, I'm gonna have to go in a minute because, as I say, I'm streaming again at 4:30 with math on my channel. Right, so jolts. Right, so jolts was forecast at 7.4 million. And it came in at 7.181. So that generally means that risk on assets like Bitcoin and crypto should go up, and hopefully so should my CRO. All right. I'm going to leave it there for today. Let me just have a quick look at any extra things that we got. Anyone else think Doge is due a rip? It probably will at some point, won't it? Oh, Scotty, you had that already. All right, thanks for that. But yeah, so that was good news, I think. So I'm going to leave it there for today. I'll be back tomorrow with SMFC, aka Dean, and we can talk about Stonksy and about any sort of like changes that are happening to Stonksy. Any questions you've got about Stonksy, we can ask him then. Technical questions would be good. And can I ask you to please like this live stream? Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you got the notifications turned on. Any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them if I can, although I'm going to be a bit busy today. Please do come along to my live stream on Save Crypto at in about an hour and a half from now. I'll see you over there. And yeah, above all, do like the live stream and tell your friends. All right, see ya. Bye.